Did I mention that everything that came in the toilet box smells like mint? The instructions smell like mint. The warranties and advertisements smell like mint. The toilet itself did smell like mint. I'm not sure anymore. Not really. The inside does. Its mint smells kind of being blown away by the open vent there. So the inside of the toilet still smells like mint, but the outside is kind of dissipated. But yeah, all that stuff smells like mint. I'm going to see if the box smells like mint. The box does not smell like mint, neither the inside nor the outside. So, I finally got the water sanitation system going. I was a little confused with the way the water system works, and their faucet is way down below ground. There's a foot wide PVC pipe that goes about a foot below the ground, maybe a foot and a half. And instead of having it come up with a little knob like that, like an intelligent person would, they had the spout come just a few inches out of the ground, and then a twisty-turny thing like that angle. So I'm reaching in, just trying to turn it. But anyways, I read the book, followed the instructions of what they said, and formulated it so that it was eventually a 1 cup, 1¼ cup of bleach for the entire water system. So I already had the half a tank that I needed. So I put shaky camera again. So I put 1¼ cup of bleach in a gallon of regular water and poured that in, but it came out, so I had to get the water spout or whatever spout from my car, made sure that was clean. I rinsed it out, and then poured the water in through that, and then I filled the rest of the way with water so that I've got a full tank, and then run that faucet, and then run the bathroom faucet and the bathroom bathtub. And you're supposed to run it till you smell bleach, but I have a poor sense of smell, and I didn't smell any bleach. I ran it for over 10 seconds though. So now I've got to wait 3 hours, but I've intelligently set up my schedule so that I will be going over to Walmart to go shopping and then come back here. So when I come back here, I will be I think I will be running all the water through the lines until it's all in the gray water tank, and then I'll just dump it all. But the book may say otherwise. And then I'll just take the hose from the area where you pour it directly into the freshwater tank. I'll just take the hose and attach it directly to the city inn, so I won't have to refill the tank. I'll just have to empty the gray water tank. I am going to need a stool. See that up there? Well, you can't really see it, but anyways, I can't really see it from up there. So, and I need to clean that. My first thought was, well, don't have a stool, get a chair. There's a chair right there in the dark, and it's mounted to the floor. There's a chair right there in the dark, it's a passenger chair, mounted to the floor. There's the driver's seat, mounted to the floor. And the previous owner told me that the couch is permanently mounted to the floor. I'm going to say the dinette is too. Both of those booths are permanently mounted to the floor, otherwise everything would just go woof when you brake really hard. So everything's welded in place. And I need something to get up there to clean up. So it looks like I need to get myself a stool. And a broom and dustpan wouldn't hurt either. Like a little mini one. Something to get under there. Like, who needs a full-size broom in a motorhome? It's like, literally, there's my floor, and it goes right to there. That's where it meets the carpet. And in the bathroom there's flooring too. So, I have more floor than carpet, and the floor that I do have is negligible. It's a medium-sized kitchen. See this here? See the light reflecting off the water there? Water slowly going down. That means the tanks are full because the shower is the lowest drain on the RV. So if you see water coming up from the shower drain, that means your tanks are full. So I went to Walmart to get that fitting for the pipe. Got it on. That sucked. That was hard to get on. I worked for at least 10 minutes just getting the hose around the fitting, because it is just squeezing the hose onto the fitting. And at first I thought I had too small of a hose for the fitting, but it just said to squeeze it on, so I did. And it worked pretty fine. It was just hard to do. What was worse is once I got the fitting onto the hose and then into the hole, I got the hose laid out. What no one tells me is that when you have the plunger, let's call it a plunger for the black water tank, you have to have it all the way in, no metal showing. I had mine an inch out. So I thought it was all the way in because I've never done this before. I've seen it done. Seen it done a couple of times, quite a few times actually. But it was just an inch out, and I was taking the cap off, and urine and fecal matter flakes were coming out. And so I closed the cap real quick. So I tried closing the plunger. So I closed it all the way down as far as I could push it down. And I opened it up, and just a little bit came out, kind of drained out, and I opened it up, and it was finally closed this time, but it was disgusting. Didn't smell too bad actually. It wasn't roses, but it wasn't horrible sewer either. So I had the plunger closed all the way down, and I had the cap open, and I took out all the hose, put the hose underneath the RV, up through the hole where it's supposed to go, and tightened it on. Tightening on was a little bit harder than I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be easy, tough snap. It was hardest, kind of in position. Didn't really snap. So I got that in, and then pulled the gray water hose, and everything worked perfect. So I got the gray water flushed out, and it makes a weird sound coming out, like the end of it. It'll start like, I'll have to try and record it next time because it makes a weird sound having the end of the water come out. And so I closed the gray water valve. I took the outside shower, turned the water pump on, and just tried to shower down all of the urine and fecal matter that had spilled out. It wasn't a lot. It was mostly urine. Like 99-98% urine. So I had showered all that out onto the ground through two holes. There was a drainage hole little drainage hole like the width of my finger maybe, and then there's the big hole where the pipe was going through. So I showered down the pipe, showered down the platform, showered down as much as I could. Wasn't a complete job, but it was most of it. And the area started smelling like bleach because I still have bleachy water in my tanks, sanitizing it. I'm like, well, people probably wouldn't mind bleach a little bit more so than they having the smell of sewer and urine. So I'm figuring bleach would probably be a better smell. So I just left that at that and decided I wasn't even going to remove the hose because it's not getting below freezing tonight. So I'm not even going to remove the hose tonight. And I looked at my neighbor and they don't have their hose removed. They just have a small section coming from their RV into the ground. I was like, no, I'm leaving it there. So I checked my hose to make sure it was still there and made sure everything was good, and I just came back in. So now I'm going to do a little bit of laundry and hit the showers and go to bed. I'm currently on the first rinse cycle of cleaning the bleach out of my water system, and fresh water smells so much better than the bleach solution. It used to be I'd open my toilet to flush and all I'd smell is just bleach, and I'd have to like hold my head out the bathroom door to take a breath again. And having the plain fresh drinking water clean out my solution of all that bleach, I can smell the fresh water. I'm like, fresh water smells amazing.